think we've all heard a great deal about the terrible tragedy of alcoholism. In fact, alcoholism and drug addiction are so prevalent today that there's hardly a one of us who doesn't know someone who has suffered its devastating effects. But in all the attention that has been paid to the alcoholic, we tend to forget a very important issue: the effect of alcoholism on the family. For alcoholism not only destroys the alcoholic, it undermines the love and the trust, which are the very foundations of a healthy and happy family.
Jim!
1 second, Sal.
Would you button, please? Well, what do you think?
On you, anything would look terrific.
Oh, flatterer, I'm serious.
Jenny, what have we told you about playing with other people's things?
She was just playing.
Oh, you always know it all, don't you, Mrs. Child Psychologist?
It's okay, Angel. Daddy didn't mean it. Okay? Off to bed now, come on. Daddy's got to get dressed. And remember, Jim, about tonight, watch the drinks, huh?
I will.
That's what you said the last time.
Jim McBride is the victim of a potentially fatal affliction. Jim is an alcoholic. But he's not the only victim in his family, for his wife and his children suffer along with him.
Daddy, what's that?
It's Daddy's medicine. Makes him feel better.
There are more than 15 million alcoholics in the United States alone, and each of these alcoholics deeply affects the lives of at least 4 other people. This is the story of 2 of these alcoholics, and of 2 families caught up with them in a circle of suffering and self-destruction.
Hi, Sal.
Sally McBride. For years, she's been fooling herself while doing her best to protect her husband from himself. But by denying the problem, she is enabling his dependency on alcohol to grow.
I'll fix you one. Patsy, there you are.
I thought I'd just help myself.
Oh, sure, go right ahead.
Patsy Samuels is also an alcoholic, and her addiction, like Jim's, is unwittingly reinforced
Ginger ale for Jim.
by her family and her friends.
Okay, Stan. This is for you.
Okay.
And this one's for Jim.
Hey, Stan, what do you say? We gonna close the big one tonight?
Now, take it easy, old buddy. Client's here. You don't want to blow.
Stan, you know me. It's steady as she goes.
Jim, this one's important, though. Remember Atlantic City.
Now, Willie, I'm in complete control. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go check the hors d'oeuvres.
The fellow with the gray hair, that's Jim's boss and his old drinking buddy. For years, he's been looking the other way while Jim slid further into trouble. But like Jim's friend Stan, he's never learned that neither reprimands nor gentle reminders have the power to change an alcoholic.
Jim, you promised.
Come on, get off my back. I'm a big boy now. I don't need a nursemaid. Hey, Patsy.
Come on, there are people you've got to meet.
You know how I hate these things.
Remember our agreement?
It's the first one I've
Look, you're
had.
gonna lay off the booze, put on a smile, and tough it out. Understand?
Mark Samuels. Like Sally McBride, he's never admitted to himself that he's married to an alcoholic. To him, Patsy's drinking is simply a matter of willpower. And if she can't control her drinking,
Thank you. Thanks. That was a wonderful party.
Come on, we gotta go.
he will.
Yes, sir. My husband says it's time to go. Everybody knows that I'm his obedient little wife.
For Mark and Patsy, it's a pattern that has been repeated time and again.
So there, you did it again.
So what's it to you? I had a good time.
Mark would be the last to admit it, but he too is one of the victims. For he is as much obsessed with Patsy's drinking as she is with alcohol.
I had a good time. Is there some law against that?
Just one time. Why can't you just say, no, I've had enough? Is that asking too much? I mean, those people, that's my job.
Your job. Your job. All I hear about is your job. Well, what about my rights? Did you ever ask yourself what my needs are?
Forget it. Forget it, okay? Just forget it.
Angela Samuels, 12 years old and an A student. She too is a victim of alcoholism. When her mother drinks, Angela plays the parent, picking up the pieces, covering up the mess.
Angela, why aren't you asleep?
Got an exam on Monday. I was up studying.
I was looking for the coffee.
It's in here, under the sink.
Though Angela doesn't know it, by helping out, she's only enabling her mother to become even more dependent upon alcohol. For both the Samuels and the McBrides, it's been a typical Friday night.
Not even midnight. Everybody's gone.
Well, I wonder why.
Hey, don't you start that again. 'Cause I've heard the same old song and dance for years. Don't you think I'm getting tired of it?
The accusations, the denials. After years of practice, everyone knows their lines by heart.
Brad, old buddy. Hey, how about tomorrow morning, bright and early, you and me go throw the old football around, Okay?
Yeah, sure, Dad. Sure, okay.
Okay.
The repetitive charades, the worn-out games. For the McBrides, like the Samuels, the pattern of pain and suffering has been set. And once set, it can be difficult to break.
Where's Brett? Still asleep?
Just waiting for you to play football, or have you forgotten?
Yes, I did forget.
Daddy, you said you were going to take me to see the ducks.
Sure, sweetheart. Come here. We'll go see the ducks. okay?
You shouldn't make promises you know you won't keep.
Nag, nag, nag. You hear how she nags me? Huh? You won't do that when you grow up, will you, sweetheart?
You know what I'm talking about.
Come on, Sal. Can't you lay off me just for a day? Huh?
Quack, quack.
Little Jenny. If she can distract her parents, maybe they will stop.
Look, I don't feel well. Tell Brett I'm sorry. I'll play ball with him next week.
Unable to understand, Jenny thinks it is her fault when her efforts fail to work.
Well, I guess I can put the football away.
Oh, it's not his fault, Brett. He tries.
He's a liar, Mom, and his promises aren't worth anything. You know what he is? He's a drunk.
Brett McBride has no outlet for his anger, for he has learned not to talk, not to trust, not to feel.
Well, what are you staring at?
Blinded by her own suffering and shame, Sally lacks the resources within herself to help her children. The bickering, the excusing, the attempts to cover up have accomplished nothing, while her family's pain and desperation keep on growing toward the breaking point.
Angela, I'm trying to sleep.
It's for my science project. I have to finish it today.
Where's your father?
He went out hours ago. You know it's almost noon.
Can't you do that in the garage?
Anyone in the family of an alcoholic may reach a breaking point.
Angela?
Yes, Mother.
When they can no longer play the game of cover-up. For the child of an alcoholic, getting into trouble can be a way of getting attention, a desperate cry for help.
Hey, Brett, what's happening?
Same old thing.
See what I got?
Great stuff. Where'd you get it?
Come on, I know where to get some more.
Oh, Larry, I don't know about that.
Come on, let's borrow some wheels. I know how to hotwire a car.
In frustration, the families of some alcoholics take what seems to them to be a sensible step to get rid of the alcoholic's source of supply.
Angie, I got something special for you and Daddy.
But the supply is easily replaced,
There.
and the anger and the guilt unleashed in the process may only force the alcoholic back to the one tried and true source of support,
Oh, no.
alcohol.
This
Angela,
one.
what do you think you're doing?
I'm ashamed of you, Mother. I'm so ashamed.
Angie, honey, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you.
Leave me alone.
Hey, I got it.
Yeah? How much?
$30 for all this.
All right. Hey, Larry, you just ran a light.
Oh, no.
You can thank me for not telling your father, young man.
Honest, Mom, I was just going along for the ride.
Let's go home. I just don't understand it. I mean, why, Brett? What, Brett?
Oh, come off it, Mom. If Dad can get high, why can't I? Yeah, sure, you needle him about it, but big deal. It's always the same story at home. Nothing ever changes.
For the family of an alcoholic, the first positive step is to honestly acknowledge the problem.
What have we done to you?
And the next is to recognize that to help the alcoholic and themselves, they will need outside support. Sally McBride has reached the turning point. By seeking help, she has begun a process that could restore her family to health.
Marie? Sally McBride. Yeah, fine. All of us are just fine. Marie, the reason I'm calling, well, I know that you and Bob, well, when Bob was drinking, what did you, I mean, did Bob really get better?
Oh, Mark, I'm sorry I burned your cake. I can't seem to do anything right anymore. Oh, I was never a good cook anyway.
Yeah, sure. What is it this time, Patsy? Booze? A tranquilizers? A both?
I haven't had a drink all day.
That's a lie!
Ask Angela.
Angela told me! Oh, great. Now you start to cry, and now I'm supposed to hold you, and the whole merry-go-round starts up all over again. Well, I am tired of waiting for you to get dragged together. I'm getting off the merry-go-round, Patsy. For good.
Okay, go ahead, leave. Like all the other times before.
Where'd you get this?
From the counselor at school. There's a number we can call.
Angie, you don't understand. I have tried. I've really tried. But I've had it up to here with her. I can't try anymore.
Daddy, I love you, Daddy. I love Mommy too. Isn't there something we can do?
Most families of alcoholics desperately need help, and professional help is available. With help, the first strong steps can be taken together. For many families, the crucial step is the face-to-face encounter that, for the first time, without blame or self-deception, lays the options on the table. It is a step which should be taken only with the guidance of a trained counselor.
Mark, why aren't you at the office?
I'm not going to the office today, Patsy. Honey, I love you. I really do. Angie loves you too.
Look, I haven't been drinking. Honest, there's not a bottle in the house.
It's too late for that. Listen, Patsy, Angie and I have been to a counselor, an alcohol counselor. And I've been to a lawyer about a divorce. So here's the deal. I can file for a divorce. Or we can go today and get some real help. Help for us all. See, Patsy, it's your move now. It's up to you.
Daddy, you should have seen the ducks. They have these boats with pedals, Daddy. Mommy took me for a ride.
That's fine. Can't you see that I'm working?
I'm glad you didn't come.
Hey, young lady.
It's for you, Dad. It's the office.
Tell him I've got the flu.
I won't do that, Dad.
Sally, what have you done to these kids? I mean, what's gotten into everybody?
We're not gonna lie for you anymore, Dad.
Look, just a minute. I've been thinking. Why don't I take the long weekend off and we go up to Snow Summit for some skiing? Huh? How about that, Brett?
Jim, Brett and Jenny have already started counseling. There's an alcohol clinic at the hospital. I've been going for 3 weeks.
You're crazy.
No, Jim, it's the first sane thing I've done. And, yesterday I talked to Will.
And what did you think that would accomplish? Getting me fired?
Well, you might be interested to know that just like me, Will has known for years that you're an alcoholic. He considers you a valuable employee, but, well, your performance has been slipping year by year. He doesn't want to lose you. Neither do I.
I don't believe you. This is one more time when you tried to take control of my life and tell me how to live. Well, this time, I can't forgive you.
Okay, I admit to that. I have tried to control you. Maybe I shouldn't have talked to Will, but I had to do something. For once, I'm taking control of my own life. Jim, if you don't agree to get some help, you're going to lose your job and us.
Like Patsy Samuels, Jim McBride faces a long road to recovery. But even if the alcoholic has a setback, it's important for the family to continue treatment. Alcoholism is a potentially fatal affliction, but it's one that can be overcome.
There's a number we can call.
The first step is to face the problem. The next is to get responsible help, not only for the alcoholic, but for every member of the family. Ask your friends or your physician, or check the yellow pages for alcoholism treatment and information centers. Remember, it won't be easy. Alcohol for the alcoholic is a powerful source of support, and the damage to the family can be deep and slow to heal.
There, I did it.
It won't be quick. The road to recovery for the alcoholic and the family can be long and difficult, with many setbacks along the way. But don't lose hope. Alcoholics and their families do recover. Remember, you are not alone. Many others have faced the problem of alcoholism, and many have successfully overcome it. With determination, you can overcome it too.
My name's Patsy Samuels, and I haven't had a drink in 19 days.
Patsy Samuels, Jim McBride. Two alcoholics desperately in need of help. But the problem of alcoholism reaches far beyond the alcoholic. For the members of the alcoholic's family often become entangled with the alcoholic in a web of denial from which it is difficult to escape. Finding a way out of that circle of mutual destruction is what the program that we've just seen is all about. When the members of the alcoholic's family accept the fact that they too are in desperate need of help, the process of restoring the foundations of the family can begin. But whether or not the alcoholic agrees to accept help, the members of the family should take full advantage of the many resources available in the community for counseling and for guidance. Learning the facts about alcoholism helps to bring hope to what seems like a hopeless situation. For the wife, for the husband, for the children of an alcoholic, the sense of defeat and despair can be overwhelming. But finding that helping hand can be the first step toward putting together the pieces of a happy and healthy life.